been trying a new dating app. My friend found a boyfriend on it, so, gotta give love a try. And I haven't matched with a single girl, which, ruins my self-esteem. So I don't think I'll be using Grindr anymore. But you always gotta put yourself out there. I try every time, but it's really hard to tell the truth to women because it never comes out right, at least for me. One day I was with this girl that I liked, and we were just kind of hanging out in a store that sold $4,000 chessboards, as you do. And she turned to me and she goes, "You went to college, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "What'd you study?" And I go, "Mass communications. I had a focus in broadcast media." And she goes, "What do you want to do?" And I go, "Suffocate between your legs." And surprisingly, the next words out of her mouth were not perfect words to use right there. It was, "Never say my name ever again." Which is why now all my friends refer to her as "she who shall not be named," which is really funny when I send one of my friends this, and then he will then send it to "she who shall not be named," and then she will then text me, "Hey, cut that joke out of you," she said. And then she will be referred to the one who doesn't laugh. From a young age, I've always been able to, beat up my dad, which is, a bit of a bragging right. One day, I was just sitting there in the living room, and, I had enough of his shit, right? I went up to him, and I said, "You can't talk to me like that anymore," and I pushed him. And then he spilled all over the carpet. My mom came in and was like, "Oh my God, stop knocking over the urn," and then she vacuumed him up and put him back in. You gotta live life like, you're gonna die the next day. At least that's what they say at my job. I work at a place that could be blown up by terrorists, which is fun when they're just like, "What's the worst thing you've ever seen?" And I look at him and I go, "I was watching a guy in Queens sit in his car, masturbate to two people kissing on the side of the street, and then when the guy got angry at the guy jerking off, he got out of his car with a machete and then sliced him in the neck. And the guy goes, 'Oh my God, that's horrible.' And I go, 'Yeah, can you believe it? That wasn't even overtime. I was doing that on the clock.' And he goes, 'The only thing that's going to happen here is that sometimes someone's going to come to you with an attitude or be trying to blow up your work.' And I'm like, well, I really hope it's the first one. Unless I'm not here. Then the second one is my favorite option." Well, you got to do your best. I have a friend who's really trying hard with trying to improve his life. He's 37, and he just got a promotion to be a supervisor, and he's doing his best every day, and I've been pushing him forward, and I've been helping him any way I can, and last New Year's Eve, he sent me a very sweet and touching message telling me that, he considers us like brothers, and that one day he hopes that I do as best as I can and help him go forward in life, and we all achieve our dreams. And I don't know what you guys think, but there's nothing you can respond to that is as poetic as what I did. I said, "Lol, me too." Thank you. One time I was driving and I got pulled over by a police officer, and the guy came up to the window and he's like, "Do you know how fast?" "Hey, Tommy, how's it going?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, it's good. Trying to get to work." And he goes, "I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Where you been?" And I go, "Hanging out." And then he goes, "All right, have a good one." And he gets in his car and leaves. And my brother's sitting in the passenger seat and he goes, "Are you going by your middle name?" And I go, "No, that dude just thought it was someone else." And he goes, Why'd you lie to him? What if he asked for your ID?" And I was like, "I'm getting a ticket if he got my ID anyway. It doesn't change the situation." He's like, "What if he sees Tommy?" And I go, "Well, then that's the best situation that you could ever have." It's like, "Hey," it was like, "Hey, who was that guy that was sitting with you in the car?" And it's like, "I haven't seen you in 3 weeks, and that's the first thing you say to me? What What, do I look like everybody to you? Alright, that's it.